Hey everyone, thanks for checking out another episode of Wonderful Garbage. It is another solo episode, so it's just me, Angela, here to talk about all things wonderful garbage. If you are new, checking out an episode for the first time, thank you so much. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, all the things. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Okay, we have so much to discuss. I'm recording this late on a Monday, and Monday popped off in the Bravo world. We will get into it. But first, I have to talk to y'all about Stevie Nicks. I went to see her last Wednesday with a friend at the Moody Center here in Austin, and it was just like a truly once in a lifetime experience. Her vocals are amazing. Her stage presence is amazing. She would tell little stories in between songs. It was just like the whole night was magical. I'm fully convinced that she put a spell on us at one point. There's one song and she was like moving with her robe, and then she started spinning around and she put her hands up in the air, like feeling the music 100%. But I'm fully convinced she cast a spell. I cried my eyes out when she sang Landslide. She did two encores because that's what you do when you're a rock star, you know? She did two encores and ended, the second encore was Landslide, and everyone was crying. I've cried at Moody Center all the concerts I've been to except Usher. I've cried at three concerts there so far, maybe four. Yeah, just brings the emotion out of me, you know? Okay, Destiny's Child's album Survivor is 25 years old. I was 10 when it came out. That's also the year that Charlie's Angels came out with Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu, and Drew Barrymore, and that movie was like the movie of the year. And one of the songs on the Survivor album, Independent Woman, was a part of Charlie's Angels. It was perfection. Summer of 2000. Oh, that Survivor album, it had Bootylicious. Like, what a song. I had no business being 10 years old singing Bootylicious in my room, you know? But I can't believe that Survivor is 25 years old. That is crazy. It means I'm old too. Okay, y'all know I love reality TV. I'm all about the Bravo things, the Traitors, the Love Island. I was really feeling like a scripted series rewatch. I did Gossip Girl last fall. So I decided to rewatch Pretty Little Liars. Anyone remember that show? It came out 15 years ago, which is crazy. And it came out during a time when scripted series were still doing like 20 plus episodes a season. So I was like, oh, I could knock this out quickly. There is 7 seasons, but I was like, I can watch it. Like, I'll be done in a couple months. But no, there's 22, at least 22 episodes per season. It's crazy. The whole predatory Ezra thing, like him quitting his job so he can date his student, and then I just started season 2. In season 2, he's working at the university that Arya's dad works at, and it's just creepy that like he quit his job for an underage girl. And her parents have no idea that they've been in a full blown relationship for like a year or two. But it all comes out later on. Hannah just like openly drinking in public in season 1. She carried a flask around with her basically anywhere she went and was like comfortable just like drinking it. She took it to her friend Allison's funeral. They're talking about boob jobs in high school, and like Emily has this boyfriend in season 1 who is a total jerk and creep, and he's asking her like what her friends look like in their pajamas. Um, it's weird, but like Also, just like these storylines are crazy. It's totally giving soap opera, but I love it so much. I love the drama. I forgot all about these little side characters that come in and out who eventually, like, some of them help A in their takedown of these girls. But man, I don't know, it's like nostalgic in a way. Oh, also their fashions. That's what I was gonna say. Remember those feathered clips so you could like clip in your hair and it'd be like a long, just like feathered chain thing? What a time. Also, Shay Mitchell's character, oh, Emily, made a mix CD for her friend Toby. And I'm just like, oh, mix CDs. That was like my high school. I loved that. I loved making a mix CD. Oh, and then Spencer had a iPod Nano or Mini, whatever the tiny one was that you could like clip on you and that you would just like have like the white knob to do whatever. Yeah, it's nostalgic. It's fun to watch. I'm sure I will talk more about Pretty Little Liars and the cringiness that it was. I would now like to introduce you to a new segment on here. I'm sure Julie will agree with this when she hears this. This segment is called Dumb Men, and I might put a little image here. Clay Thompson is dumb. He cheated on Meg the Stallion. And she put his ass on blast. Went ahead and just said, "Hey, world, I'm going to let you know." This is what she posted on her Instagram story. "Cheating had me around your whole family playing house. Got cold feet. Holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. Now you don't know if you can be monogamous. Give me a fucking break." She said, "Bitch, I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all." And just the shit that Meg the Stallion has gone through. Both of her parents has passed away. She was literally shot. She's been harassed online for years. I love how the entire internet is dragging him. I think it's absolutely great. There was video of her getting emotional at her Moulin Rouge show, Broadway show that she was in last night or a couple nights ago. And it just sucks because it seemed like Megan opened her heart to this man, trusted him. I think they like recently bought a house together, just always posting happiness, which I know not everything on social media is real. She obviously said in her statement that he would have horrible mood swings with her when during like basketball season, which is ridiculous. Like, you are with Megan the Stallion. You should be just like on your knees every day being like, "Queen, what do you need? What do you need? What can I do for you?" You know, but obviously he's insecure. He's fumbled beautiful, amazing women before Megan. He will continue to fumble until he figures out what the fuck is wrong with him. Okay, the next dumb man in our dumb man segment is Stephen McBee. This guy's on a Bravo show called McBee Dynasty. Him and his family have a ranch. And so it's like a reality show about their ranch life. But their dad got convicted of insurance fraud and he's in prison. Even though I think he was like out for like visitation or something. It's real fucked. Basically, he like defrauded the government about what they were bringing in on their farm and just fudging the numbers. So their dad's in prison. Now all these sons have to figure out how to keep the farm afloat, and they own like a shit ton of car washes and they're like a mess. Well, the oldest one, Steven, he had a girlfriend on the show, Kala, the first couple seasons, because he was on the show called Joe Millionaire back in the day, and they left together, and then she was still dating him. Anyways, they were on the show, they broke up. It is what it is, right? Whatever. He starts dating this girl who looks like just like Kala, I feel. They were at Stagecoach this weekend. He had to leave early. She didn't. She stayed and like hung out with her friends. And then all of a sudden she is getting rage text from Steven. I guess he got screenshots and like videos of her dancing with people. And he says that like she was grinding on a guy. I watched a video. I couldn't see anything. Like, I didn't know which one was Caleb. I didn't see like anyone grinding. Anyways, I don't know. I don't care. I'm just talking about it. Because he is a dumb, horrible human being, he rage texted his ex. What's her name? Allie. And she took screenshots and she posted it. He's calling her an effing sloot, if you catch my drift. He's calling her a H-O. He's calling her a WHORE over and over again. He calls her a sloot again. And he's like, you better get on a plane. You better come here, pick up all your stuff. Like, I never want to see you again. He calls her a bitch. And she's like, you can sell my stuff. I never want to hear from you again. Like, what is happening? And he keeps rage texting her. You want to live this party lifestyle, you effing sloot. That's all you want to do. He calls her an HOOKER. I mean, he is just going on. And it's just horrible. And then, of course, he takes a screenshot of like the DMs he got and he posts this morning on Instagram like, I crashed out. I said things that I regretted. I apologize. I need to do better. But, Bravo men love to do an apology, but after ignoring my calls and only getting I'm still at a party response with not enough respect to walk outside and answer my call to explain things, that's why I had to crash out. You made me react this way, putting all the blame on the woman that he couldn't control his feelings and obviously rage text her over and over again. So then, right before I got on to record, of course, I did a little scroll. Oh, I didn't even start with this. I heard the second leaked audio footage from the Summer House reunion. It was on Reddit. I'm not sharing it, but I heard it. And I don't understand how Amanda is getting defensive. Like, when Scandival was happening and we had the reunion, as if like I hosted it, I was a part of it. And when we had that Scandival reunion, at least like Raquel was remorseful and asking for forgiveness and like saying that she was sorry. Amanda is coming in and just being defensive as fuck. She does not care. It's wild to see this like, I was gonna say like 180 change, but a lot of people have been seeing this about Amanda for a long time. I just feel like it is like cranked up to 100. It's crazy. Okay, so I saw the reunion leaked footage. I heard it. But then I also saw that Steven's other ex, Kala, who he was on the TV show with, was like, okay, I'm going to share all of my stuff too. And she took screenshots and posted them to her Instagram. She was like, I've been quiet. I just like wanted to be in peace, but she was like, being together for 3 years, I endured a lot, and like, here are some of my text messages. And I think in the second season, or in between seasons 1 and 2, Kala's sister dies, and she's obviously struggling with it, and she doesn't feel like she has any support from her boyfriend and his family, and she's like staying up there with them, and she's having a really hard time, and she's texting Steven about like making sure her sister's ashes are okay because they're like at his house and she wasn't there, and he's like not listening to her, like doesn't care. And I think she even talks about in her Instagram story like, I went through the most difficult time and like he still treated me like shit. And then even in one of the text messages, she's talking about getting an apartment in Dallas because she wanted to be closer to her family. And he's like, give me a name of an apartment by tonight. I want to have the application turned in tomorrow. I want to get all this shit done so maybe you won't be such a bitch. I know your sister just died and like that's probably why you're acting this way. And it's just like, you are disgusting. And it's just the dumb men segment of the week. Let's talk about Michelle from the Valley possibly dating Dr. Dre. What the fuck? What's happening? There's pictures of them holding hands and like it's too grainy to be AI. And if it was AI, like, why? It's so weird. I don't even know what to say. Like, there's no like backstory that I could think of to connect Michelle and Dr. Dre together, unless Dr. Dre was the person that she was rumored hanging out with at the Chateau Marmont, but I think that was supposed to be Quentin Tarantino. I really don't know. So random. But on some positive news, one of Giselle's daughters and one of Angelina Jolie's kids are friends. I think they're like in the same sorority in college, and Giselle posted a picture. It's like the three girls that are friends and then their moms, and it's like Giselle, another mother daughter, and then Angelina Jolie, and it's insane. And you know Giselle is going to be talking about it episode 1 of the next season of Potomac. It is cool. I'm like, good for her. I like want to know if now Angelina Jolie like knows about Bravo. I want to know if she knows about the Housewives, you know? Let's talk some mess about these celebrities promoting AI. Have y'all seen the post that Reese Witherspoon and even Sandra Bullock is now promoting? And it's like, Sandra Bullock, you are so rich and like a good person. Why are you promoting the use of AI? So, Reese Witherspoon posted a video saying that it's time to learn about AI and figure out how to use it the right way. That she was at a book club with 10 women and only 3 of them used AI. And she was like, we're falling behind as women. 70% of us don't know how to use it. And then she posted a story on her Insta stories after getting some backlash. And she's like, I guess my AI post got people talking. No one's paying me to talk about this. I'm a curious human. My kids are learning about AI. I know a lot of founders who are using it. She's like, I understand people's concerns and the impact this could have on jobs. Girlie, it's already having an impact on jobs. And I think it's a little irresponsible of her to make this video and put it on her Instagram or on her social media and then turn around and say, oh, well, I just don't know a lot about AI. But I think we should all learn. It's like your platform is so big and you're telling people to learn about AI when you say that you don't fully like know all of it and like what it can do. And then Sandra Bullock jumps on this bandwagon. She wants Hollywood to lean into it, to understand it, to use it in a creative way and make it our friend. Like, it's literally destroying communities. But I did see an influencer posted on Threads, and I wish I would have gotten her handle. I feel so bad that I don't remember it. But she was saying that she was offered 20K to post an AI video similar to what Reese posted. And she declined it. She was like, absolutely not. But like, if other people who have influence start posting about AI know that they're getting paid for it. And I feel like Reese being like, I'm not getting paid for this. Maybe she's not getting paid directly for it, but she's making money off of this in some sort of way, right? Whether she's an investor in a company, like I don't know if she's like an investor in a direct AI company or if like her production company is going to be using more AI in their work. It's just weird and I don't like it. Okay, speaking of AI, did y'all see that Netflix is going to change the user interface on their mobile app? They want to make it like a vertical style TikTok-esque kind of scrolling experience, I guess. They wanted to help with finding content better and tailoring advertisements directly to your needs through AI. It's supposed to help people discover video podcasts and different shows and movies. And then I found out they just bought Ben Affleck's AI production company. And I'm like, now we have to dislike Ben Affleck too? Really? Like, we can't have anybody anymore? But his production company apparently uses AI to help with things in post production and like editing and color analysis of the videos and blah, blah, blah. It's just like, can we go back to a time where we mailed DVDs? That was great. You got the red envelope, there was that part you would tear off, and then you put it back, you close it, make sure it's sealed, you send your DVD away. I think there was even like a limit of how many DVDs you could rent at one time, so you like weren't going to be over consuming content like we are now. Take us back. Okay, more Bravo stuff actually. Katie Janela, who was on The Real Housewives of Orange County last season, was treated horribly by her castmates and basically decided not to return to the show for this upcoming season. And historically, the cast of Real Housewives of Orange County have been red people and racist and tone deaf and living in a totally different world than the rest of us. And Katie dealt with them making comments about her culture, not really caring, not really giving a shit about her, where she came from. And to see now that they're on a trip in Japan, and then they're dressed like the Harajuku girls, and it's just like, you don't even appreciate this culture. You probably just Googled like popular outfits in Japan, and that came up, and y'all were like, oh my goodness, this is so cute, let's do it. And I just feel so bad for Katie. I don't know why Bravo approved this trip. It's like Katie was talking about in her TikTok video. She was like, it broke my heart and it made me cry. I don't need to be there with the women, but because of what that trip represents to me, like, I deserved respect and inclusion when I was on the show and y'all didn't give that to me, and now you're going to Japan. It's just weird. And it's dumb. It's weird and it's dumb. Okay, Hulu's Get Real event that happened last week. It was the same night as Stevie Nicks because I was not on my phone like at all that night. And I woke up the next morning and I was like, oh my goodness, I missed so much. The one night I'm not sitting on my couch, so much stuff happens. But yeah, they had this Get Real event, tons of reality stars, influencers, people who are on their shows. They are literally keeping us so busy with all these cast announcements. We found out that the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is getting a spin-off in Orange County, which there have been rumors about that online for the past couple months, especially with Jen moving out there, Macy going to visit. Michaela looks like she's temporarily living out there too. I guess some of the newbies who are going to be on the show used to be Mormon. So apparently Bobby Altoff's going to be on the show, Avery Woods, and Jen Affleck, it sounds like she's going to join from the original Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. There's going to be other mom influencers a part of it, and Macy, who's on the original show, her sister lives out there. So I think that's why Macy was out there. They seem to be filming, they seem to be doing stuff. I'll probably watch it, honestly. Just see what happens. Okay, Khloe Kardashian is my favorite Kardashian, and I think she's one of the only ones I still follow. But Khloe's getting a new show called The Girls with her besties. I'm excited for this. I think I will watch it. I will watch basically anything that she's in. I think she is so funny. She's so sweet, and like obviously lives in a way different world than I do, but I feel like she is the most down to earth and realist ones of the group, you know? And then there's supposed to be some new Traders-esque type show called The Mob. It's going to be a mix of reality TV people and actors. Parker Posey's in it, which is wild. I need to know how much money they paid Parker Posey to be in this new show. People will compete for like $500,000. So I might watch that. I think Demi from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is going to be on it. And I'm kind of like, eh. There was a couple other people I literally can't remember. But I was kind of like, I don't know. But we did get some Dancing with the Stars news. And if y'all followed me on Threads last fall, I was religiously posting about Dancing with the Stars. I got into it, y'all. But Sierra Miller from Summer House and Maura Higgins from the Love Island universe and Traders, they're going to be on Dancing with the Stars next season. I'm so excited. And then Stassi's getting a new show. Stassi from Vanderpump Rules and now Vanderpump Villa. It's called The House of Stassi, and it's showing her life and how she juggles it all. I saw there's like crying in the preview. I don't know. It's like sometimes I like Stassi and sometimes I don't. I think like cool, good for her. I'm glad like her reality TV career is like lasted and she has a successful podcast. Obviously like living an amazing life. Maybe it'll be fun. I think Katie's on it, so I might watch it for Katie. I'll probably end up watching it just because I love reality TV and I love to talk about it. Speaking of, let's talk about a couple Bravo shows. So The Real Housewives of Rhode Island is the most watched season premiere on Peacock, which is amazing. I think they had like really high numbers for like 7 days, like the first 7 days of a premiere. It had like the highest views, which I love. And I love Ashley I know some people online are like, she's boring, she's not doing a lot. Like, yes, she's a reality TV personality, but like not a Bravo one. I love that she's relatable. As much as she can be with like being an influencer and in the Bachelor Nation, like she isn't trying too hard. She makes me laugh. She's like, oh my goodness, these ladies get so dolled up to go to the beach. I'm just like dressed like a mom. Like I'm taking my kids, like, do I have to get dolled up? And I love that. I think she's a good balance. She was cracking me up in the car last episode, or maybe a couple ago, when they were talking about like eating, and Rosie was like, I might as well eat Taco Bell because like my stomach is always upset. And Ashley, without missing a beat, was like, is that because you're on Ozempic? Like, is that making your stomach hurt? And I was like, I love this so much. And then when Kelsey was talking about throwing out her McDonald's in the trash, but then she ate it because the food was technically like still in the McDonald's bag, and Ashley was like, be my best friend, I would totally do that too. She freaking makes me laugh. Okay, Joellen. Joellen is my fave. She is a detective, and she's a dog with a bone. And I love her for it. I think she is just really wanting Rula to be aware of what is going on with her and her husband, even if he says the affair is over with. Joellen's like, I'm still like seeing these text messages that are recent, and like she's posting pictures. Anyways, let's get into it. Joellen is made for Bravo. I love her. Her delivery is harsh sometimes, absolutely, but she is staying on Rula's husband's neck to have him confront his affair. And I do hope she lets off a little bit, because it seems like Rula knows about the affair. They've talked about it. She's decided to stay with her husband. I think Joellen should just put a pin in it for now, and we can discuss more at the reunion. Like, let's keep moving the stories along. Let's keep moving the season along. Joellen does say that she feels triggered that Rula isn't believing her about the affair because like is getting mad at her because her mom kind of went through something similar, and so it's triggering for her to not feel believed, which was like, okay, that makes sense, because like Girly is pushing hard about this, but as she should. And I love that Joellen and Rula were like respected each other enough to meet. Well, actually, like production probably forced Rula to go meet with Joellen one-on-one. Here I am being like, oh my goodness, it was so big of them to meet together, when production probably totally set that up. And Joellen's like, I have nothing against you. Like, it's just your husband. And Rula's like, I promise it's over. Like, I swear it's over. But Joellen knows the mistress because their kids went to daycare together, and Joellen ran into her the other day. And the mistress was like showing her text messages and pictures and like all this stuff. And it's a small ass world in Rhode Island. As if we didn't already know that. It is so small. And apparently, like, Rula's husband was saying that he was like in love with the mistress and he was gonna leave his wife. And Rula's like, I think this is AI. She's been known like to be a liar, and she's been known to use AI. My husband told me, so like we can't believe these text messages are real. And it's like, girl, your husband had an affair on you, and he's trying to tell you that the mistress is lying about all this stuff. It's like, girl, don't believe him. He broke your trust. Rula's like, I track him. He's in bed with me every night. He goes like directly to work, or he goes to like the gym first in the morning and then directly to work. And Rula's like, no, he goes and takes her coffee every morning. And Rula's like, no, he goes to the gym. And Joellen was like, does it look like your husband goes to the gym? She says Brian, but I liked your husband better. And we saw that part in the season trailer, and I had no idea that she was actually talking to like the wife, being like, does your man look like he works out? Is he super muscular? Is he going to the gym every day? So we see more of this at the polo event, and everyone is meeting at one of Bill and Alicia's restaurants, and they're going to take a party bus to this polo thing. And Rula drags her husband there. She says they're a united front. And then as they're getting on the bus, her husband gets a phone call that his mom is in the hospital and they have to leave. And it's like, I don't want to think that you lied about your mother being in the hospital in order to get you out of the situation. But they end up showing up later. Liz actually talks to Rula like while they're in the bus, and Rula's like, "Oh, I'm not with my husband. Like I'm at home. He's at the hospital with his family." And they're like, they're not even together. Like he is totally like with the mistress. I even think like Joe Ellen's getting like text messages that like he's contacting her, like wanting to meet up. It's insane. Then Rula and her husband show up to the polo match later. He doesn't have a wedding ring on. He says his mom's fine. And then the mistress posts a picture of her in his car. No faces, no nothing. It's like her legs and like the interior of his car. It's insane. So people are like, did he fake this thing about his mom? Go get in a fight with Rula, drop her off, or lied about the mom thing, like said he was going to the hospital. Like, I don't understand it. Like, the amount of lying you have to do is psychopathic, you know? And Joellen's like, okay, she's posting in real time. Like, this seems sketchy. I'm going to stay on it. I'm going to keep bringing it up. So she's like trying to get Rula by herself. She's trying to ask the husband about it. And he's like, I am not talking about this on camera. I messed up. It's over. She's posting old things. She's the one reaching out to me because I said I was going to leave my wife at one point and now I'm not. And she still wants me. So she's doing the bugging, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, okay, maybe Joellen should drop it for now. Like I said, Rula's obviously not in the place to take any of this in. She doesn't want to. They're trying to move past it, maybe. I don't know. But Joellen, she clocked it, I think. I agree with her. She said Rula's husband doesn't care because he's not going to leave Rula. He wants Rula to leave him. And I was like, damn. Yeah. Like he doesn't want to look like the one who broke up the marriage. And that's some crazy shit. So Rula and her husband were on Watch What Happens Live. He was in the front row looking red and sweaty. You could tell he was nervous. Rula said she didn't realize how much the other girls were talking with Joellen about the mistress and the affair and like kind of backing Joellen with what she was saying. It's like, yeah, girl, like the whole probably state knew with how small of a world Rhode Island is. Like the whole state had probably knew about this affair. It was probably like in the newspaper, like circulating on like a Rhode Island Reddit page or something. Rula said she also didn't realize how much Joellen was in communication with the mistress. She says that she wasn't mad at Joellen. She was grateful that she showed her the pictures and the text messages, but she doesn't like how she just kept talking about it to everyone. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I can see that, but that's what Joellen does. She talks. She likes to talk. Brian says her husband thinks that a lot of things were edited out. And I was like, no, 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 sir. You're not going to come into the Bravo world and be like, this stuff was edited out. I'm not this bad guy. It's like, we don't believe you with anything that you say. He says he hated seeing the past come back. And now he realizes how amazing his wife is. I was like, how long have y'all been together? She gave you 2 kids? And you're just realizing how wonderful she is. Oh, I don't even think I talked about this. Maybe it was one of the weekends we didn't podcast, but Alicia's Spanish teacher was apparently dating Rula's husband. And Alicia loved her Spanish teacher, and I love that so much. Was it Spanish? It was a teacher. I can't remember. I think it was Spanish. And apparently Rula and her now husband got together when he was still married. I don't know. But yeah, her husband's like, it was just a bunch of hate texts, rage texts. Like, I told her I'm going to work things out with my wife, and like, she doesn't want to hear it. And it's like, oh, whatever. I also really love Kelsey being mad at Rosie for not tagging her in pictures like after she did her hair and makeup, because we learned that Kelsey is a cosmetology girl. And now Kelsey is just irritated by Rosie doing literally anything. And that's like my favorite Bravo like petty drama. It's like your whole existence just annoys me. Like everything you do, I'm gonna get annoyed by, and it makes me laugh a lot. Okay, the only thing I really have to say for this week's Southern Hospitality is middle fingers high in the sky to Emmy. I think she needs to be fired for her racist language, her doubling down on it, creating a not safe environment for Brad because she's the one who feels unsafe and she doesn't understand the words that she's using, the microaggressions, how heavy her words weigh on Brad's existence and makes him fearful for how people are going to treat him if they truly believe what Emmy is saying. And she's just so dense and arrogant and privileged to not understand anything. And a big thumbs up, a big hell yeah to Julia, Brad's girlfriend in this episode. She finally said what we have all been saying, I'm sure, that Emmy, you will never understand the situation because you are a white privileged ass bitch. She takes Emmy outside of Joe's 30th emo party, which ended up to seem cool. Like a lot of people were there. I hope he made money, or I hope he at least broke even. But Julia was like, we need to have a conversation. You owe me a conversation, friend to friend. Like, I want you to understand what this means to Brad. Like, you are allowed to have your feelings, but you also need to recognize what you have said and the impact that it has on Brad. And she's like, I don't care. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. He made me feel unsafe. Why does it have to be about him? Why can't it be about me? He was stalking me, and just continuing. And her eyes are getting like all fucking wild and big. And Julia just clocks her, and Emmy like does not know. Like, I don't even think she heard it. Like, I don't think it registered in Emmy's head what Julia said. I think Emmy was just like seeing red and not taking anything in. Oh, and also for Summer House, middle fingers high in the sky for West and Amanda. Last week's episode was rough. Sierra finally repaired her friendship with West. We see Amanda being all like, I love you, I support you, you're so important to me, I see you to Sierra, and like all the crying from Sierra and like just so many emotions on both like her and West, which it's like, now I don't believe anything about West's feelings being actually real in that moment. And they like immediately, like after their conversation, right, Sarah and West go like immediately back to like their best friendness. They're like goofing around with each other. And I think that's why Sarah was like, I can't let you back in my life because we can't just be friends. We see in the preview for tonight's episode, if you're listening to this on Tuesday when this episode comes out, tonight's Summer House, there's a thing of Sierra saying that she thinks that West is her person. And it's like, oh, Wes and Sierra can't be friends. They have too strong of like a flirty chemistry, and they're just like so comfortable with each other that Sierra knew she couldn't let him back in because she was gonna fall for him again. And he was just like, yep, whatever. And they're holding hands after their conversation. It's so funny because the rest of the cast who's meeting them at this like coffee shop brunch place, they're like, do you think Sierra and Wes are gonna be holding hands? And like 100% they are. And then in the episode that comes out tonight, Amanda's still not at the house because it's still part of last weekend's episode. And there's a clip that's been going around of Sierra and Kyle on the phone with Amanda. They're on a boat and they're like, hey Amanda, we miss you. And they're talking about the weekend and they're like, yeah, it's been great. Wes said this has been the best weekend ever. And she goes, are you serious? He literally said it's the best weekend ever and I'm not even there. And they're Kyle's like, way to make this about you, okay? And it's like, they might not have been fucking physically, but they were fucking emotionally. For her to make that thing all about her and get upset with Wes saying it was his best weekend ever. And then she used that as a caption on her Instagram earlier this year. And I just regret ever saying nice things about West. Like when he would speak out about like political things, I was like, oh, cool. I like this guy. Like he's speaking to the people. But then, like, I need to not forget about his New York Times article and the fact that he does a podcast with a red person. It's just, but also hugs to Mia and her brother for sharing their experience with a medium. I think it was the same medium that was from the Valley Persian style, but like her mom comes in, her grandma comes in, her mom tells her she's okay, that she can breathe okay, that she is trying to come to them in their dreams and like she knows she wants them to visit and that she's happy, and Sierra's there and she's taking notes, and I think that's just so incredibly kind. Mia asks through the medium, like, does she think I'm on the right track? And the mom says she wants her to have confidence, that she feels a little stagnant right now. And Mia's like, yeah, I was so mad that she died. We had a whole plan for my life. Like when I got pregnant, like married and pregnant, she was going to move to New York and we were like, she's gonna like always be around with my kids. And she's crying and crying. And she's like, I feel like I put my life on hold these past couple of years with my mom dying. She's like, because I didn't know what to do next. And her mom's like telling her through the medium, like, go live your life. And then tells her that she's going to have a baby girl. And I lost it. I bawled. The like emotions of this episode of like anger and disgust and then sadness and then anger, happiness, anger, disgust, just, you know, it's just like so many emotions. I love that Mia and her brother got to experience that, like I said. And I just, sometimes I go, people don't believe like mediums and more of the spiritual things, but this sounded like it resonated with Mia and her brother like spot on. It was crazy. All right, there's a lot of garbage going on in the world right now. This podcast was named because of the wonderful garbage that we like to watch or consume, right? Reality TV, pop culture, celebrity news, gossip, like all of that is wonderful garbage. And back in the day, we used to do a garbage thing of the week, and it was kind of inconsistent. And I want to bring it back, like I said, because there's just so many garbage things in the world right now. And my garbage thing of the week is Sydney Sweeney's Stagecoach event. She's promoting her lingerie brand. She had some event where like some people played, even Lance Bass. That's another thing. It's like now we can't even have Lance Bass on our side. He's going and singing and promoting things with Sydney Red Person Sweeney. Like, oh, I hate it all. But she's like throwing her lingerie, throwing panties out into the crowd. And I was like, maybe they used her panties as a face mask. But do y'all remember when Sydney Sweeney almost got in trouble for, she was promoting her lingerie brand or like announcing it, and she thought it'd be cute to hang lingerie off the side of the Hollywood sign in LA, and that's illegal. And so she almost got in trouble. It was just full of cringe. So Sydney Sweeney at Stagecoach is my garbage thing of the week. Alrighty, y'all. That's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the solo episode. Julia, I missed you. Follow us on social media at It's Wonderful Garbage. We are on Threads, TikTok, and Instagram. And then make sure you have subscribed wherever you are listening to this or have followed so you get notified when new episodes drop. And thank y'all so much for checking out another episode. Bye.